in praise of the disappearing body after Augustine's Confessions. 1. Can any praise be worthy of the body? How magnificent this strength, how sphinx-like this wisdom. We are made of you, body, and our instinct is to praise you. The thought of you stirs me so deeply that I cannot be content unless I praise you, because you have made me for yourself, and my heart is restless until it finds itself at home in you. You are my life, the fount of all the glories of my being, my holy delight. But is this enough to say of you? Can anyone speak truly when they speak of you? Yet woe unto those who are silent about you, for even those gifted with speech cannot find words to comprehend you. 2. How shall I speak of the body? When I am body, body is me. To say I and the body already divides what is one into two, creates a chasm separating self and body. These words we are forced to use, I, me, the body, my body, are murderers. They kill the living body, make it a thing separate from our awareness, an object to be observed from afar by the untethered subject, a foreign territory to be colonized by the imperial mind. How to speak body? Not speak of the body or speak about the body, but speak body. How to speak body without falling into Descartes' trap? Soul on one side, body on the other, an abyss between. Thinking here, physical movement there, a tiny gland to link them, a bridge called pineal. How to say not cogito ergo sum, I think therefore I am, but I, body, therefore I am. Is there a language that does not divorce me from my body, tear self from body as I speak? Is there a language that can sing this mystery of being body self? Did I know this song in the womb and once cast out, forgot it? How can I let it sing through me again? 3. For where is the body? Does this flesh I see, hear, smell, feel, taste contain all of you? Do the maps of the nervous system contain all of you? Does my consciousness contain all of you? You are no thing, no object bumping up against other objects, ready to be grasped and used by us. You are living. You are us. You are the seen unseen in which we live and move and have our being. 4. What is it then I seek when I seek you, body? Are you like the landscape we move in, a constant presence that sustains and embraces us, but that nevertheless remains a mystery to us? Shall I say of you what Barry Lopez says of the natural world in which we live? The physical landscape is baffling in its ability to transcend whatever we would make of it. It is as subtle in its expression as turns of the mind and larger than our grasp, and yet it is still knowable. The mind, full of curiosity and analysis, disassembles a landscape, he says, and then reassembles the pieces, the knot of a flower, the color of the night sky, the murmur of an animal, trying to fathom its geography. At the same time, the mind is trying to find its place within the land, to discover a way to dispel its own sense of estrangement from Arctic dreams. Are you, body, the inescapable, intimate landscape that constantly perplexes us? The world that our minds are constantly trying to grasp, constantly trying to find our place within, constantly trying to find a way to cure our disease, our sense of not being at home? so that our restless souls can find rest in you? I long to be at home with the body, at home with you. Shall I say of you what Augustine says of the God he worships, the hidden God, Deus absconditus? You are the most hidden from us, and yet the most present among us, the most beautiful, and yet the most strong, ever enduring, and yet we cannot comprehend you. The Confessions. You are what is most present to me, and yet you are hidden from me. The body hidden, corpus absconditus. When I try to grasp you, you slip away like a shadow. 5. How are you hidden from us? Like an image obscured behind a soot-blackened window? Is it we who have hidden you? Do we need only to cast off our Cartesian habits to dwell with you? Do we need only to open the camera's lens and you will appear? Or is it you who hide from us? 6. To whom shall we turn to uncover your hiddenness? To the anatomists who chart your 78 organs, 206 bones, 640 muscles, 100,000 miles of blood vessels, 90,000 miles of nerve paths with their 100 billion neurons, and your omnipresent web of fascia? To the biologists who trace your deep history, ancient of days, from bacteria and fish through apes and Homo erectus to Homo sapiens sapiens, and marvel at your limitless power to continually transform yourself? To the neuroscientists who explain how tiny masses of protoplasm give rise to the human condition, how mirror neurons, Gandhi neurons enable us to empathize, how the cooperation and altruism of the homeostatic imperative from bacteria billions of years ago to nerve nets, to nervous systems, to emotions, to feelings, to subjectivity and consciousness promote ongoing life, a flourishing of life, even unto the future? To the painters and sculptors and photographers who revel in the manifold beauty of your forms, the revelations of your flesh? To the poets who declare the skin is holy, the nose is holy, who sing odes to the wonders of the bent head, the curved neck, to mighty hips, to the categoric being of breasts, to the liver, that huge life flyer? Who give thanks for your unfailing loyalty and the constancy of your love, who laud this dream of flesh? To the rabbis who teach daily thankfulness for the gift of you, your marvelous structure and intricate design of swellings and hollows, nikavim, nikavim, chalulim, chalulim, each one opening and closing in an ever-renewing rhythm. One misstep in this dance, and it is impossible for us to exist. All these wonders are you. And yet, not all of you. 7. Ignorant and tongue-tied as I am, unable to speak of you without obscuring you, unable to find you in your hiddenness, still I seek you. Not to capture or colonize or enslave you, but to thank you for your inexhaustible gifts, to praise you for the wonder you are. You are, therefore I am. 8. Hear me, body. How manifold are the ways we alienate ourselves from you. We abuse you, we betray you, we are cruel to you, we destroy you, we poison you, we falsify you, we deny you, we gossip about you, we hate you, we insult you, we jeer at you, we mock you, we neglect you, we oppress you, we pervert you, we quarrel with you, we rebel against you, we steal from you, we transgress against you, we are unkind to you, we are violent to you, we are wicked to you, we are intolerant of you. We yield to evil. We stuff you with substances. We feed you poisons. We are zealots for bad diets and exercise regimes and work schedules and habits of holiness. What can we say to you? What can we tell you? In your wisdom, you know all that we do. And you are most forgiving. You bear our neglect and abuse in silence, renewing, refreshing us, returning good for evil. The glory of you, the abundant gifts, the daily resurrections that go unacknowledged, invisible to those receiving them, like the care of a mother who nurtures and protects her infant in the womb. 9. With words as well as acts, we estrange ourselves from you. You are me, I say. Yet in saying this, I cast you out from myself. But what then to say? How to speak of you? My body self, kin to my mind self, my heart self, my spirit self, yet distinct? But to say my is already to dishonor you, to remove you from my presence, to place you over against myself, to make you so familiar as to be invisible, strange to me. To say you is already to deny you. I cannot speak of you without betraying you, and yet I must speak of you. You are a mystery, but we speak as if we know you. And the moment we begin speaking, we push you away. This is suffering, to push you away when I speak of you, when I want only to draw near to you, your presence, your constancy, your beauty. 10. But is it we who are pushing you away so we cannot draw near to you? Is it we do not know how to seek you? We who are hiding from you? Is it the fault of our blindness, a trick of our language? What if it is not we who are obscuring you or not seeking you hard enough, but you who are hiding from us? Like the beloved in the Song of Songs. My beloved is like a dove that hides in the cracks of the rock. She hides in the secret places of the cliff. Show me your face. Let me hear your voice. Your voice is very sweet and your face is lovely. We distance ourselves from you, yes, but you hide from us. Nature loves to hide, Heraclitus said, and we are still working out his meaning. Your greatest defenders today, those who champion embodiment and decry Cartesian dualism, freely admit that you, the body, elude us. The body hides out, the philosopher Mark Johnson declares, summarizing the findings of neuroscience in the meaning of the body. Why should it seem so obvious to most people, he asks, that mind and body are two, not one? The answer, he says, lies with the body itself, with you. Our body hides from our conscious awareness, Johnson says, because of the way we perceive. Our eyes, our ears are always attending to something else, not calling attention to themselves. We don't hear our ears or see our eyes or taste our taste buds or smell our nasal sensors or touch our nerves. Why do they hide? For our own good, so that we may experience the world fluidly. But there is a cost. The result of these forms of bodily disappearance is our sense that our thoughts and even our feelings, he says, go on somehow independently of our bodily processes. Our body-based experience reinforces our belief in disembodied thoughts. The neuroscientist Drew Leder underlines the irony of our body giving rise to our experience of a self split from the body. It is the body's own tendency towards self-concealment, he says, that allows for the possibility of its neglect or depreciation. how to bear this irony, our betrayal by you, the betrayal by our lived experience, which leads us astray when we seek you, when we speak of you. Before we speak, you are hiding from us. When we speak, you hide from us. Like the God of the rabbis, you are not a passive hidden thing, a hidden God, Deus absconditus, as the Latin theological tradition has it. You actively conceal yourself, like the God who hides itself, el mistater, as the Hebrew has it, from the root for secret. So that the biblical scholar Samuel Terrian, noting this active secreting, calls God the elusive presence. You are not corpus absconditus, a hidden body. You are haguf shmistatir, the body that hides itself, a constant presence that continually eludes us. 11. Even now, I can't finally understand what you are. You are me. You are not me. You are ever present. You are hiding. You are here with me, making it possible for me to see this hand, feel this skin, hear my breathing, smell this hair, taste the salt on my skin. But I cannot see you. When I look for you, you recede. For you are the eyes that are seeing, the fingers and nerves that are touching, the feelings that make meaning. You disappear, conceal yourself in order that I may live freely. Whither is my beloved gone? Whither hath my beloved turned, that we may seek him with thee? Are you like God then? We cannot know you as you are in yourself? You let us see only the backside of your glory passing before us, the way the God of Sinai permitted Moses to see the divine glory when he was so bold to pray, please show me your glory? Have you hidden us, like Moses, in a cleft in the rock and covered our eyes with your hand, removing it only to let us catch a glimpse of your backside, all your goodness, all the graciousness and mercy you bestow on us as we pass through life? Never your face? Is it only there we must seek you? In the traces of our experiencing, in the grace of our touching, our seeing, our hearing, our feeling, our thinking? 12. The disappearing body. If you did not disappear from my awareness, I would not be able to live fluently. Yet in disappearing, you sorrow me, for I want to know you, thank you, praise you, you, the giver of every good gift. And I can only stammer. Is that your greatest gift to us? You who are so present, so close, and yet hide yourself from us, that you do your work unseen? You give your gifts in secret, unknown to us? We live by you. All meaning comes from you, and all depends on our unawareness of you. Impossible, then, to speak of you when we cannot even be aware of your work in us every moment. The cells cooperating, the nerves forming the body schema, the heart beating, these fingers pressing keys into letters, imaging thoughts on a page. 13. Why do you hide from us? So we will seek you? Do you, like the God of the Hasidic tale, lament, I hide, but no one wants to seek me? Do you long for us as we long for you? 14. But why torment us? Why leave us seeking, grasping for you as we grasp for a thing, an object, a matter that can be spoken of, spoken about? In speaking of you, speaking about you, we destroy you your thou becomes an it. How then can we be at fault for estranging ourselves from you, if it is you who keep disappearing? 15. How can I sing your praises if the words I must use keep you far from me? 16. Why do you mean so much to me, you whom I love? 17. How can I then approach you, you who hide yourself from me? Like the lover's beloved in the Song of Songs, I will rise now and go about the city, in the streets, and in the broad ways. I will seek him whom my soul loveth. I sought him, but I found him not. No, pursuing you only carries me away from you. Shall I speak to you then in the language of love? The God comes when those in love recognize one another. So, Euripides, is that the way? When we love you, when we recognize ourselves in you, when we recognize that you are ourselves, it is then that you come to us. If I speak to you as I speak to my lover, who is me and not me, the two of us one in love, will that save me from pushing you away as I reach for you? I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine. My beloved, you are most holy to me. I do not worship you, and yet you are sacred to me. I long for the name by which you are called. Do not hide your face from me. 18. Have I spoken of you or uttered your praise in any worthy way? No. I have done nothing more than desire to speak. And if I have said anything, it is not what I desired to say. How do I know this? Except from the fact that the body is unspeakable. But what I have said, if it had been unspeakable, could not have been spoken. Therefore, the body is not even to be called unspeakable, because to say even this is to speak of the body. Thus arises a contradiction. If the unspeakable is what cannot be spoken of, it is not unspeakable if it can be called unspeakable. Better to avoid this cruel opposition of words with silence than try to explain it away by speech. And yet the body, although nothing worthy of its greatness can be said of it, demands our praise and thanks. It desires, with the deep power of homeostasis that pulls all organisms, large and small, toward flourishing, even into the future of the individual or species. It desires that we rejoice in it, love it, and care for it. Oh, body, what can anyone say of you that is worthy of you? Yet woe to the one who says nothing.